Okay, if all of us were in the Avatar world and we had to get into a fight, which element would you guys choose to win that fight? So basically, we're going to ask the question, which is the best element for fighting?
I'm gonna have to use if it's for self-defense purposely. I would have to use earthbending because I feel that with earth, there's just a lot of like, well, even if you wanted to escape from a fight, earth can actually help you as well. There's a lot
Right.
of disappearing. There's a lot of stuff like even right now, like earthbending.
I guess
Table break.
let's go ahead and clarify a few things. Let's go ahead and say that this is a fight you can't get out of.
Uh-huh.
Like you have to win the fight by either incapacitating the person, like just making them not mobile anymore, like you
Or
knock them out.
killing them.
Or yeah, I guess killing them. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's the more violent, I guess, action. But it's a choice. So that's not avoiding, not running away. So this is you have no choice but to fight. This is the element you're going to choose, and it can't be. Let's just say right now, we cannot use any of the subcategories of the bending.
Okay.
So just the pure four elements.
Can we say in this fight, there's an abundance of each element, like whoever you're fighting?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
You have the elements you need
Yeah,
available to you.
Let's say it's next to a lake, and yeah, it's
And a volcano.
How about it's a pro bending match?
pro bending match. Interesting. I think
I like that situation a little bit more.
Yeah.
Ending match.
But-
Just okay. Well, are there any other stipulations?
Nah, I don't want it. I don't want it to be a pro bending match because in that case, you have a select amount of earth. Well, you have like the shape of the earth a certain way.
Okay,
and you
that's
also
fair.
have the shape of. Actually, no, it's just the shape of the earth.
So you're somewhere where all the elements occur
Yeah,
naturally
yeah.
Okay.
and in abundance. Just
Okay.
imagine
Okay.
someplace like that.
yeah.
Okay. So so Chuku.
I guess if that's the case, man. I think the best honestly would be air.
Air.
I think that I
Okay.
mean,
How about we all get our elements out first and then we'll discuss it.
Okay.
OC.
Me, I'll go fire.
Me, I'm going water.
I'm gonna go with earth.
I'm going with water too.
Okay, so 2 waters and then the rest are 1.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what's your reasoning, OC, for making it
So
fire?
the reason that I choose fire is because and I know that we said that one of the stipulations is that you have an abundance of whatever element you need, but I feel like fire is unique in that it doesn't necessarily, maybe not so much with air, because that's literally everywhere, you can't escape it. But with the other ones, fire, you don't really need anything else around you in order to use firebending. It's something that's generated from inside, from the bender, and you can be, if you're like a waterbender, you're not around water, then you're at a disadvantage.
Right.
If you're an earthbender and you're like in a metal building, you can't use metal bending. Your
That's in
stuff.
that situation. We have an abundance of element in this situation.
Yeah. I think that I still think that firebending would probably be my number one choice to go to as far as fighting, just because it's like raw energy and power in firebending.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I would choose Earth primarily because it does the most. I think it can do the most damage the quickest.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, let's say I had an Earth rock right now and I just threw it at you. I think that impact would damage you more than if, for instance, fire came at you, which you can resist with either moving around or like dodging.
I'm thinking of like throwing a rock versus like a flamethrower.
But you could quench fire.
No. It's a big rock, like a really
That's
big rock.
A big fire too. Like you can maybe get out of the way of a rock if you have enough time.
Here's the thing. Let's say I make distance between us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can stomp on the floor and essentially make like a big sort of triangular rock, like sort of like how Jet died.
That's morbid.
I'm sorry.
Well, Jet didn't have firebending.
Yeah.
True.
Jeff didn't have fire.
True.
Yeah.
But like, if you were on the ground, I could do that and like hit like vital areas in your body, and you'd probably be like either knocked out or, if I hit your lungs or something, you couldn't breathe and you die. It's just it's very strong, sturdy, and impactful. Like,
I think that
and the
that's
fastest. Like I
that's
feel like
true.
it just
I can
come
see
at you
that.
and hit you.
That's true, but then also you're limited because you have to be on the ground.
That's true.
Whereas
That's true.
firebenders, we've seen Zuko can fly with firebending. Like,
Well,
Pure combustion.
yeah,
I don't think Zuko necessarily flew. It's just he sort of like was able to
He was
slow his landing and stuff like that.
He proposed. He kind of.
Yeah, there was
Wait, didn't his what's his face?
He could propel-
Iroh, his
he could
nephew
propel
or his
himself.
grandson, didn't he fly?
Yeah, but you gotta remember that these are like during Sozin's comet. Oh well, that wasn't during Sozin's
Yeah,
comet.
that was,
like General Arrow from Korra, right?
From Korra, yeah, him.
he wasn't.
He was kind of flying when he had. The...
Okay, yeah, he.
I'm just saying, like I don't have
Okay,
to
we
be on the
we
ground.
gotta
if I'm a
distinguish between
firebender.
flying and the fact that he's in the air for a longer period of time and can do
Fine,
something.
hovering. Let's say
even
that.
still.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
got more
that-
hops,
I think that
more
that-
height, more hops, more height.
I think
but
that
like
that
they
gives
can't
you.
fly.
I think that gives the firebender some sort of advantage over the
Yeah, but you
earthbender.
gotta remember.
He doesn't have to be on the
You're
earth.
Remember-
spending energy constantly with
Yeah.
firebending, though.
Yeah.
Where,
But remember how King Boomy essentially jumped up from a huge rock over like Ba Sing Se's wall
True.
and like landed. He can essentially get air too. So
Yeah, but he can't direct himself in the air.
He can with
No, he can't.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, it's true.
It's
Yeah.
just a jump. It's
that's
like
true.
the
Well,
Hulk
he
versus
can,
Iron Man.
He can like bring rocks with him, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, I think that that's my argument. But what about the waterbenders?
Water, you guys, it's the most versatile of all
and
the
precise
elements.
too.
It is. Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's precise. You can make it as thin as a needle, or you could make it as huge as a wave, which you can
Yeah.
ride and propel yourself with as well.
And you could heal yourself, but I guess is that a special ability?
No, it's not a special ability.
Okay.
It's the property of water.
Yeah, and I think versatility is a really good advantage to have in any kind of fight, because you want to think about whatever weapon you're using in a fight, you want it to be like an extension of your own body. You want it to be able to, you want to be able to use it comfortably, and what's more comfortable than water? You can make it really concrete if you want it, or you can make it flow freely and really hit in precise points. Like,
Yeah.
they could be vital points too.
But this is confusing because like we're trying to leave out the subcategories, but if we leave out the subcategories, then I
don't
feel
mean
like water
ice.
has an advantage.
Well-
you don't mean
Well,
ice?
I mean,
You're just
like,
talking about water.
think of like just a huge
Is ice
body of.
is ice considered a subcategory?
What's the point
Not-
of the subcategory?
I think so. I think ice.
Well,
I
think
think
about
ice
just-
should be included.
Yeah, it
Okay.
should be.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
out a huge wave.
That's true.
Imagine jumping from very high. You hit the water. It's like concrete.
It
That's
is
what
concrete,
That's what
yeah.
I mean. You
Yeah.
could subdue someone with a huge wave.
You will break your bones like when you jump off like a cliff and you hit the water at a certain angle.
It's like dropping a ton of bricks on someone if you drop a bunch of water.
you're
on
gonna
someone.
throw a huge wave at us. That's how you.
We have an abundance of water,
No,
right?
This is my question. Like, is that your? Because we got to talk a little bit of strategy, like how you
So-
Oh,
person
strategies
out.
coming in.
Water,
huh?
when you use water bending like a weapon, it's very solid. Like, it's like being like whipped by like a ton of force.
Yeah, but like say you decide to throw like water at me, right? I'm gonna just like use an earth barrier or something.
Okay, but the thing is, you can also slice with water.
That's true.
So you can make
We've seen
water like a blade. So if you're gonna throw a rock at me, I'm just gonna slice that shit up.
Imagine
Well,
very
based on
high.
what we've seen, it takes a little bit longer to slice with water than
Than with fire? Can you slice with fire?
That's
don't
my
need
thing
to.
with
air.
How
Okay,
you
I'm
gonna-
air, but I guess the reason why I'm with air more than all the other ones is like, well, except for fire, I feel like earth and water, although it's very, very useful and very like, there's all these creative things. Same time, it's like you take a lot of concentration, and if you're in a fight, like you don't have like, especially with waterbending, you don't have time to be like, although like waterbender, maybe you can use the sweat on somebody, but to really think about using the sweat while earth is coming at you, fire is coming at you.
We're not using sweat.
Or
We're
whatever.
using the lake that's
Even
next to
then,
this fight.
like, even
you're
then,
just
the point is there's a
lucky
lot
that
of
there's a lake
concentration. I feel like with air, what I like about
Okay, if we're talking about fighters, then this person can carry a backpack of water, like how all waterbenders
that's
do.
fine. Yeah, I think that's better than a
I'm
lake.
dead.
No,
Well,
but
we said where is this? This is gonna happen
Wait, but
where the
air-
elements naturally occur.
But for
Yeah.
air,
Exactly.
can you just like cage the person in
But-
an air bubble?
Yeah, that's the thing that I was gonna say with air. First of all, you can do that. Second of
no,
all,
but
with
that's
all
never
the-
happened. Has anyone ever caged another person?
You
in an
can't
air
cage them,
bubble?
but you can use like what Zahir
Okay,
did
you
with the head.
you can try to
do
show.
that.
You can try
I
to
can do
No,
that.
but it takes time.
You can kill someone that doesn't have water bending, maybe, or any kind of bending. Like you can kill a human with air.
Yeah, but like if you're starting to do that, I'm gonna like stomp the ground or something and like get you out of
I
concentration.
mean, that depends. If I don't know, it depends if I'm in the air long enough. I could be in the air, jump really high, and do like
No, I think.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
true.
do that in the air
That's
while
true.
waiting.
And
And
one
then,
airbender has best.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
advantage
throw
in the-
rocks at you
even if you
while
throw
you do
rocks,
that.
I'll be moving. No, I'll be moving. I'll be flying the wind's gonna be blowing.
I'm gonna throw a
I'm
wall.
gonna create a
of rocks.
freaking strong storm, blow you all before I'll push you before you do your rock stuff, and then whatever. I don't know. My reason why I also like air is that like I feel like air you can maneuver stuff as well. Like even with water, you can still maneuver water with air. You can maneuver fire with air or earth.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that's the reason. Another reason why I like it. It's maneuverable.
That's the thing, though. I think like firebending, airbending, and firebending, they kind of expense a lot of energy because you need to like concentrate to keep those like things up. Whereas water, you're manipulating it, and it's like it's always gonna exist. It's always gonna be there. If you have the water that you need to water bend, you can create whatever you want to be the perfect weapon. It can be a whip, it can be solid, it can cut, like Christine said. Like it can cut rock with it and it's gonna hurt.
Like it's a very
it doesn't
versatile
feel good. Like
That's-
element.
true, but like it's versatile. But like for a fight, let's talk about like really. Okay, let's just go ahead.
Like
and
an
say,
all-out fight.
That's you're trying to kill a person right now. just straight up say that, like just to make it an even like. This is what you have to do in the fight. How would you do it with water? Is my question. Like, what would you do?
I'd probably just make it like really thin and then pierce you in the throat.
Okay,
or
like
through the heart.
like ice or something like that.
It could be ice or it could just be
a
water.
highly pressurized
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Depending on your bending, you can make it whatever you
Because
want it to be.
it could be
But-
so thin that you can't even like see it.
So water being versatile, we haven't even touched on ice yet. If ice bending is just a natural part of water bending. Once you ice bend, it's game over because you can subdue an enemy by like trapping them in ice. You can make ice shards fall from a very high distance
Yeah.
and just kill everyone on the field.
It's almost like earthbending, like the Ice Kingdom that was in Avatar.
Like the North Pole.
Yeah, there you go.
Once it's a solid state like that, I mean, you can break bones. You can
But
pierce.
you don't
steel.
have a lot of ice in most parts of the world.
If I
No,
have
but
water,
they,
I
they
can
only
ice
need
bend.
water. They only need
Yeah.
water to.
No, I'm just
to-
saying, like, if you're talking about like just making random icicles kill people from wherever.
Yeah, but they can
Not
can
from
just
wherever.
they can just
Well-
make the water flow up and then
Yeah.
like, turn them all into
But that,
icicles and then.
but
like,
that
throw 'em at
also
us.
would require energy, I would imagine, that you can't just like just in the same way that firebenders
Yeah.
create fire.
But in
Yeah.
terms
The
of
energy,
like,
the energy you use to make a fire blast, I can extinguish with water and then make whatever icicle shards I need to like kill.
I think it takes a lot
person.
of water to extinguish a fire blast.
Well, how? Yeah, sure, but okay,
Yeah.
how big a fire?
it would be the
blast?
same amount of energy that you would expend for fire for us to do
Yeah,
for
but
water.
okay. Let's use examples because this is how I try to. If we're talking about the Avatar world, then I want to try to use some examples. So, what did Aang do to subdue Ozai? He earthbended.
Oh, here we go. Okay. He did a lot of
Okay,
things. But you know what he also did? He also tried to use earthbending to protect himself against Ozai, and that didn't work either. So,
But to be fair, there was a comet, so of course
Yeah,
his firebending was
exactly.
even stronger.
I mean,
And
yeah.
it still defended him. It still defended
I'm
him.
just saying, maybe it took like
That's regular earthbending
maybe it
right
cut
there.
the time in half, but eventually. But yeah, I think that firebending, the special thing about firebending is just the raw power that you can generate with it. If you're trying to kill somebody and you want to kill them like as quickly as possible and you just want to overwhelm them, I think firebending is the way to go. That it's the most direct way.
What would you do? You like just throw fireballs at them, or
I'll just do fireballs like as much as much fire as I can. Like I'm thinking,
Just surround them with fire.
just surround them with fire, just overwhelm them. Once you get like everything was burning around you, then you can't see because of smoke and all of that stuff. So you have an advantage there.
yeah,
I mean, it depends on the fighter because
Exactly,
if you
yeah.
get subdued by a different element, like I mean, who's to say you can't get like ice handcuffs and then subdued with just like a huge amount of just like pressurized water,
Yeah.
and then you
I
could get knocked out.
I think what we need to do is make things a bit more situational, because
Okay.
if we're talking in terms of, who are we fighting? Are we fighting a different bender? Or are we fighting someone who's a non-bender? Obviously, like,
Yeah, that depends.
Yeah,
Circumstances
That's
at the
true.
point of day.
Because you
Yeah,
could
I
just
think
try to
that
drown
At
someone
this
with
point,
water.
it's subjective. We're just like, what do you? What would
Well,
you
what about air? What would
pick?
you do?
To kill someone with air? I mean, you can do the air slices. Like that's a big one. Like in fact, the reason why we think air is so innocent is because Aang, for stars, never tries to kill someone with air. Like
Yeah.
you try to kill someone with air. Like again, like there was one time when Aang got really mad that he lost Appa.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he killed the freaking bee.
I do not know if he killed it.
He killed it. Yeah. I'm God's fair. That guy killed it. Aang was in a different mode, man. Like,
He could have knocked it out.
I
It's
swear it was
possible.
dead. I swear
Okay,
it's
it
dead.
fell on the ground. It 100% fell on the ground, but it's not 100% confirmed it died.
It's dead. Let's just go with that.
Dead.
Remember,
We didn't see it again.
That was a
after
lot of
that.
force.
No. Remember, Aang told the lion told.
Oh yeah, he's never killed
Yeah,
someone.
he-
Well, we don't know. He was in a different mood, man.
Maybe he didn't remember it.
He was in a different mood. All right, fine. Let's just say he didn't kill it. He knocked it.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the
Yeah.
point is, you can if you go to that, if you go there, you can really like
Do some damage.
damage. Not to mention, air slices can go through a lot of things. Like it can cut through a water wave.
Yeah,
That's true.
If you
That's
watch Korra, like season 3 and 4, the Airbenders, they seem pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Compared to the other benders in terms of like what they can do.
Yeah.
Like Opal and Janora, just literally the two of them were able to stop an entire army from advancing on Korra when she was trapped in rocks. Just two airbenders stopped an entire army for at least like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the interesting thing about airbending is that it's more creative than the other bendings.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of versatility, even more so probably than
Yeah.
waterbending, in my opinion. But I think that if you're trying to kill somebody, it's not the ideal, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just think Earth is just so fast and so like, they're dead. You know, like you hit somebody,
Crush him with a rock.
Yeah, you get like two platforms and boom. And then like, what can you do? You know,
I
like
feel like everything you're saying about Earth is like kind of the same with water, because like we said, if there's ice bending involved, you can make solid structures and you can make fluid
true, but
structures.
That's true.
and
that's
make
true.
it all work
but
to your advantage.
I do think Earth is more massive than ice, and that is why I personally would choose Earth if I wanted to take someone out. Because, like, if you think about Earth and
Earth
ice,
is probably not gonna, or ice is probably not gonna get through Earth as opposed to Earth getting through ice.
exactly.
Yeah,
it's
that's
sturdier.
true.
It's more massive. It has more mass. Therefore, if you were to do like the two like columns left and right of a person and like clap them together, I think the Earth would do more damage than the ice. Personally.
I think you could still kill with the ice though.
I
If you
agree.
do two
No, I
columns
agree.
and then you smack
But
them
we're
together,
talking-
it's
And
gonna
I
kill
think
it.
you could be more precise still with water. If we wanted to do like a quick death, just one really quick, like either not even just an ice shard, like you said, like really pressurized water to just like the jugular.
Or
Dead.
or you could just put water like on their nose and then just have them breathe that in and just breathe in water and drown.
Water on your nose.
Like literally, like a water whip to the
Cover
eye.
their nose and their mouth.
Cover
Yeah,
nose.
Their entire face.
Water whip to the eye, to the
Yeah.
other eye.
Okay,
Subdue
yeah.
them, blind them, get them in the
we
jugular.
definitely
You're
need
dead.
to think through more situations and then like reevaluate this
Or
question.
But that's
like you
why,
could just
like,
slice
I
off their
think that-
fingers so they can't really bend.
And if you're
That's what-
if you're frozen in ice, you're incapacitated. You cannot move. You can't concentrate. You can't do anything. Like literally, like
But
imagine
you have
that.
to freeze them first. But that's why I'm saying like
That can be done.
as far as the skill that you can have that will allow you to kill people easiest in the most general situations, like just wherever you are. That's why I think firebending is the best, because you don't have to be near like a specific source or body of
Fair.
resources.
If we're
In
talking
that
about that
situation.
situation, yeah.
I'm thinking like in different contexts. I feel like in the most amount of contexts, I'm gonna go with firebending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, we'll definitely revisit this question for what the subcategories can bring into this, and also like lightning, magma, or lava bending and stuff like
Blood
that.
bending.
Blood bending.
Blood bending.
That's already.
Yeah.
Natural-
You don't bring that into play.
You know what else is a natural part
That's
of
an
waterbending is
overpowered one.
healing too.
Yeah.
So,
We mentioned that,
I
yeah.
mean, you know, depending on the
Heal
situation.
yourself.
Yeah, you're not gonna
You
have
can heal
time
yourself.
to hear.
And your
You're on
body
time.
also is a lot of water.
I think
as
so.
well.
I think if Katara was confident that she could heal scar tissue on Zuko, I think you could probably cure like small things like really
Well,
quickly.
that was a special
with
type of
waterbending.
water.
No. On Zuko, I don't think it was special.
Didn't she
It
say
was
that?
regular. On Aang, it was a special type of water.
Yeah, but okay. Well, she healed Zuko. What are you talking about when she healed Zuko?
Well,
Almost.
after-
She didn't. She didn't. Remember?
Huh? Oh, you're talking about the special water. Oh, I thought
It
you
is a
meant like
special
after.
water, yeah.
I thought you meant after Azula zapped Zuko and he got the scar in the front.
Oh,
Oh, she
But even
cured him?
Katara healed her hands after Aang accidentally burned them,
yeah.
like just with normal water.
True.
That's when she realized she can heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like,
So
man, I'm jealous. Of
I'm
you
sure that there's
waterbenders."
like special water that makes healing better. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just talking about regular
Water's
water
OP,
bending.
dude.
But fighting-
Water is
Yeah,
OP.
it's
Heal
OP if we
people.
bring up blood
Trying to
bending.
kill
If we're
someone, you
blood
don't need to
bending,
heal
yeah.
them.
Trying to heal myself.
You won't
and
even
then
be able
kill
to
you.
bend.
You're not gonna have time to heal yourself if I'm trying to kill you.